What an amazing opportunity to get to talk about Arrow's 4K release of Cinema Paradiso by Giuseppe Tornatore. All right, so here we got the 4K release of Cinema Paradiso, a film by Giuseppe Tornatore. We got the new artwork here. It's a 1988 film, Italian-French production. It's a film, post-war film, written and directed by Giuseppe Tornatore. Set in a small Sicilian town. It's about a young boy and an aging projectionist who works in the movie theater. Italian and French co-production and a score by Ennio Morricone. This film is credited for revitalizing Italy's film industry. And awards include many, many awards this film won, but include Cannes Grand Prize, and I'm taking it in 1988 when it was released. So this film was a new 4K restoration from the theatrical version from the original camera negative. So this film was put out by Arrow a couple years ago, and I got it last year, and I've been meaning to talk about it. And I just watched it yesterday. There's so many films that I have to talk about. I have to talk about some new releases as they come in that are exciting, but some of these films that I'm proud to have on my shelf, like Cinema Paradiso, this one. So just taking a look at the release real quick, I think these are out of print now as far as Arrow releasing them, but you can find them on sites, probably Amazon, eBay for sure. And I think the price is reasonable. This is a great film. This is a film that if you're a film collector and you haven't seen this or you don't own this 4K release would be one that you'd want to own. And if you're not a film collector, you're just maybe a moderate film viewer, this is one to seek out to view. But again, if you collect this is one I would urge you to get. Taking a look at the release, it's got disc 1, the theatrical cut, the 4K, and disc 2 is the director's cut. And it probably the 4K has all of the extras, and the Blu-ray has the extras as well. But I think that the Blu-ray is region B locked. If that makes a difference in this release. But obviously, for the 4K right there, you can play in any player. But if you're in region B or you have a region B Blu-ray player, that Blu-ray will play. Or if you have a PlayStation, that you could unlock it to play the European B. So there you have that. It has also reversible art. The artwork that's in the thumbnail and this one here with the main character looking at the film strips is just perfect. So I left that in there, but you also do get the original artwork right there, Paradiso. So again, this is an amazing release. It's something that I just watched yesterday again. And the big headline on the back says, a celebration of youth, friendship, and everlasting magic of movies. So a lot of times I harp on the documentaries that are in these. And this one has, let's see if I can find a name real quick. 52-minute Giuseppe Tornatore, an Italian cinema expert critic. Let's see. A Dream of Sicily, a 52-minute documentary. There's different great documentaries in here. A Dream of Sicily would be one of them. But we'll go over this film just real quick as it goes hand in hand with the documentaries. Now, Giuseppe went around his town in Sicily. The movie set in a, I believe, fictitious town that resembles exactly the town that he grew up in. But starting at whatever age, he always carried his, I believe, 8 millimeter camera around, filming the town, filming people doing normal things, which is so interesting. In the documentary, the way it goes hand in hand is because all that filming that he did led into this film, I believe, and other films that he did. So, and in the documentary, it includes a lot of those original uh, films of just walking around town, filming political events, church proceedings, and just people doing work. So that led into this film. And so they included a lot of that footage in a documentary that just goes hand in hand because the story goes lightly based on his whole story. But so they had um, a town square, and going back to the movie, I'll switch back and forth from the documentary to the movie. In the movie, they have a town square where the Cinema Paradiso, the movie theater, is. You have a young boy. His dad went off to war. This is sort of post-war. They do some shooting in that town, and then a little north where they have some more rubble, like post-war rubble that they had to walk through at one point. But to kind of fill the void, he fills it with cinema, and he attaches himself with a projectionist who's been doing that his whole life, and he and there's a preacher in the town that has to, or a priest or whatever, that has to edit these films before they show them to the public, and basically he takes all the kissing scenes out of all the films, he cuts them out, and then they just put them in a pile, and the boy takes a lot of the he takes a lot of the film home, and he's got all the lines because he watches it as it's being cut out. But that cutout, and there'll be a spoiler in here. Spoiler alert! But that cutout film is very important. So as he grows up, and the projectionist gets hurt in the fire there, um, he takes over those responsibilities. Long story short, then he gets a girlfriend. He films her, but the parents don't like it, so they separate them. But he's got that movie that he's filmed, kind of like in the documentary where he filmed things. And then he goes off to the army, comes back again. I think her family moved away, but he had that movie. And then the projectionist told him, "I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear about you." And he encourages him just to move out of that town and never look back. Don't come back. And it was, basically like a mentor saying, "Go live your dreams, and then you can come back." But you know, that's the short and simple version of it. So, cut 30 years later, he's off, and he actually became an executive movie producer or something. And he's always thought of that one girl, and he's got just different girls temporarily. And girl answers the phone. The mom called. She said that the projectionist had died. So he made a return trip to his hometown. He hadn't been there in 30 years. Where the projectionist mom, or what projectionist wife, gave him a film reel to watch. He sat there in his hometown, melancholy, watching that film he made about the girl. Whatever. Flies back to where he is. This is like the 5-minute version. And then here's the spoiler. So the film reel that the projectionist gave his wife to give him, and the only reason he came back is to attend the funeral. So then he, in one of his cinema rooms, he watches this film, and the film was a spliced together film of all those edited kissing scenes. So, he sat there, just watching this, whatever, half hour of kissing scenes edited out of all the films that the projection is cut out. And at one point earlier in the film, someone yells out in the theater that they're watching these all in Sicily and says, "In 20 years, I haven't seen anybody kiss in film," because the priest had him cut out. Whatever. Anyway, just amazing ending to that film that the projectionist had that made. Um, but great, hopefully that helps you understand the movie a little bit. If you haven't seen it, and then I spoiled it for you a little bit. But anyway, all I'm saying is this film with the documentaries that go hand in hand with his younger days, just filming things, other cuts from other movies, how this town and this area of Sicily played such a huge part. Like I said earlier in the beginning, that they credit this film for saving Italian film, cinema, and people make a trek to see these towns and these tourist attractions now where he filmed these things. Of course, the cinema that they used in there was just built for the movie, and then they tore it down. And I, either in real life or in the movie, it's a parking lot now. But anyway, which we see all over the country, where even I was thinking that just before that in the film when I saw it yesterday, that we had an old theater in my town. I was thinking that now it's a parking lot. And just 2 seconds later, they were talking about that in this movie. So anyway, the documentary in this and the movie go hand in hand. It's so interesting. It's beautifully shot in Sicily. Great storytelling. Giuseppe Tornatore, absolute brilliant film, beautifully shot. The 4K from the camera negative looks amazing, and the story is something that you could pop on once in a while, and it's a really inspirational film about how film, in this case, inspired his life as well as this character's life, and this one's worth it. So I hope you check it out. All right, there you have it, Cinema Paradiso. Love it, absolutely love it. The 4K version is fantastic. All right, if you have been here before, welcome back. If you're new here and you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up, and I appreciate it. We should be doing quite a few movies a week now, new releases, as well as there's a ton of stuff that I've been meaning to get to, like Cinema Paradiso. All right. Thank you for watching another episode of Severely Cinematic. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.